Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Damned Paradise. I'm your storyteller, Scott, and joining me today, joining me as always, what am I talking about? We have Brittany as Cass, we have James as Gareth, and we have Emmy as Bryn. How are you all doing this evening?
Not bad. Ready for some spoops?
Yeah, yes. Ready for some spoops indeed.
Let's kick some butt.
Let's find out, are they werewolves or are they shark people? I don't know.
Maybe they're both.
Could be. I don't know.
Before we get too far into it, I want to first give a big old thank you to everyone in our audience for your patience and for our sticking with us with our delayed schedule. We hope
it was my fault.
What? No, we had done such a good job keeping it a mystery.
We did such a good job keeping it a secret. No one knew, Brittany. No one could figure out why we were doing it.
It's fine.
But yeah, so thank you to you all for joining us. Once again, for anyone who might be new here, this is our World of Darkness roleplay show. We encourage you to chat amongst yourselves within the chat. I'm very sorry that we will not be paying too much attention, if any attention at all. If you would like to talk to the performers or afterwards, you can join us at our Discord. It is open to the public. You are more than welcome to join the Adventurers Pack community. We would love to have you. As long as I'm doing that, follow us on social media, go to our YouTube, become a patron. There we go. That's all of that.
Do it!
We love you. We love our patrons. We love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. We love you with all our hearts.
Yes,
a
seriously.
little bit.
In addition to all of this, I want to make sure that everyone knows that Damned Paradise will actually be off next week. Next week, turns out there's a holiday happening. And yeah, I think it has something to do with
people need to do things.
Yeah, so we're gonna be taking Thanksgiving off. The majority of our shows will still be happening, but we're giving Wednesday off so that any of you who are spending time chatting with family remotely, or for those of you who are still living with family, are able to enjoy the holiday with each other. But we will be back the week after for our regular schedule. I think those are all the announcements that I had. So yeah, with that, players, are you ready for another episode of Damned Paradise?
Let's do it.
Yes.
This can be.
Oh, I don't know if I'm prepared for this, but here we are.
Yeah. Oh, and I did see, as I said, I wasn't going to look at the chat. The rest of our schedule will be up normally. If you would like to keep updated with our shooting schedule or broadcasting schedule for the holiday seasons, those will be posted in our Discord. So another reason to go join.
Yeah, and we might be doing something special and different that day. We're not sure.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So,
one of us.
Players, last time on this horrible, horrible island that you have found yourselves on, you had escaped from the strange captive room that you had woken up in and had discovered the garage. Upon opening the garage, you found there to be a non-functioning but still fairly all-together pickup truck that had the writing on it, maintenance for Isla Palma, or Isla Palma, however you would like to pronounce it. Determining that more parts that you had at your disposal would be needed to fix this, you then ventured forth down the one road leading away from the bungalow. After walking for the better part of an hour, you noticed a large tower off in the distance. It appeared to be the tower of an airport, the control tower of an airport. And heading in that direction, you did discover, indeed, it was the Isla Palma airport that was in a complete manner of disarray. Broken windows, smashed debris from the control tower that appeared to have taken a hit from something. Venturing into this rather fancy, when put together, airport, you discovered a small lounge or bar area where you made the discovery of the first round of mangled corpses. 4, to be specific. attempting to keep it all together, you were able to scrounge some resources in the form of both still and sparkling water from behind the bar, along with a bottle of whiskey for Cass. Heading over to the tower, sure that there would be something important in there, some form of records, perhaps a way of reaching out to the outside world, you discovered that the power was indeed off. But you did, however, find flight logs, though sparse, with enough information to pique your interest and to learn that not many flights had been in or out of this place, and that you hadn't been here for potentially very long at all. You then went downstairs to the security area, where you then found another couple of completely mangled bodies with a display of blood painting all across the walls. But you were able to turn on the emergency power for the airport. Heading back up to the control tower to see if the radio was on, you discovered that indeed it was working, but no one seemed to be calling in. But it was at that point that you heard the sound of running water coming from outside by the hangars at the airport. So, with that, players, what would you like to do?
I guess perhaps we investigate what that sound is.
Yeah, especially since the radio's not working.
Yeah, I mean, running water. Probably gonna, at the very least, need to figure out maybe some more source of water. Let's go see what that sound is.
Or maybe something turned on, or there's somebody there.
Possible. A person would be nice right about now, or maybe not. I don't know.
So we can get some answers. What's going on?
Careful what you wish for.
I know. I should shut up. I said, yeah, I should really shut up. Keep summoning terrible things. Okay.
Well, so let's head on out to the hangar.
We head out to the hangar.
All right. Heading on downstairs, you go down the flights of stairs leading to the control tower and find yourselves in the small baggage claim area. You have baggage sorting area, and you have two options. Aside from going back downstairs to the security booth, you have a set of doors directly ahead of you and the other set of doors to the side leading into the remaining of the airport. Which path are you hoping to take?
I think we should go to the side. I don't think we should go back through the airport. What do you guys think?
I would like to avoid the painting of people. Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's just ignore that in art installation and maybe just go around the other side. That would be great.
Yeah. Less places for people to hide. Or things to hide.
All right. Well, heading to that set of doors, you can see that are nestled within the mostly empty racks that would have been used to hold the luggage. You come up to the doors and push them open and find yourselves being led directly to the tarmac of the outside of this airport. Again, scanning around, looking to your left, you can see that the runway itself is on the very edge of the island, and it leads off to the beach. You can hear the waters cresting ever so softly against the shore. Continuing your gaze to the right, the runway continues on, fairly vacant, and unfortunately no planes resting. And looking over towards the hangars, you actually notice a couple of things. First off, you notice there to be 3 hangars, or realistically 2.5, maybe 2.25. One of the hangars seems not all there. Looks like it's about halfway up. The top section of it seems to be missing some key components, namely a roof, but the supports for the roof are still there. The doors to all 3 hangars are shut, but to the side of the very first hangar, between that hangar and the airport itself, the area where the control tower is, you can see what appears to be the source of the sound. It looks like there's a gas pump. And you can see the nozzle of the pump is off and resting on the ground, and there seems to be gas of some sorts pumping out onto the concrete of the tarmac.
Okay, I'm gonna go immediately try and turn that off.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll go with it.
Yeah.
All right, rushing up to this thing, you can see that immediately the smell of diesel overcomes your nostrils. And you can see it is just pooling on the ground and moving towards actually the airport itself.
Yeah, would like to turn that off.
Well, the reason that it is pumping on its own, there's actually a severed hand that is gripping onto the nozzle and holding down onto the release valve.
Okay.
It's okay. I got that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna remove the hand, and I'm gonna close it.
As you grip the hand, it open the crackling of the rigor mortis that had set in. But as soon as the hand is off, the pump stops and the diesel stops flowing.
The hangar with no roof, is this a case of the construction wasn't finished, or has it been damaged?
Well, if you head on over to it and take a look, it's pretty easy for you to notice that it looks like it hasn't been completed. It's not missing this from it being torn off. It looks like it's actually in the midst of the construction. And heading over to that hangar to take a look at it, you can actually see inside the door. What looked to be initially closed is half open, and you can peer inside and actually see some of the building material and tools resting inside of this hangar. Well, inside in the open.
I don't know altogether too much about generators and necessarily how they work. Do they run on diesel? Anybody know?
I mean, they can.
Well,
Because if so, we should find a can.
yeah,
Take things back.
we'll keep an eye out, and we know it's here. So if
Yeah.
and when we have to head back, we can get the generator going and lock ourselves in the basement
Yeah. that would
thing
be
again if we have to.
Well, this hangar isn't finished. The flight records only showed only a few weeks worth of flights in and out. This place is new.
I mean, question, Scott, and I don't know if I would know anything about this, but considering I work at resorts, I feel like I would hear, generally speaking, of new ones opening up. Has this one?
I mean, you
Ever-
would know of things within your local area, but in your line of work,
Yeah.
it's not as though you were.
No, but they do
had-
talk about it. Like we hear people come in and out who go to other ones. It's a topic of conversation.
That's fair. Give. No, I'm not even gonna have you roll for this. This rings no bells.
No bells. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I get brochures or anything, but people come in and out of the hotels all the time and stuff. I've never heard of this one. This is new. Then that would make sense.
You go have a look through the tools and things, see if there is like a gas can or, other things that might come in handy.
All right. So through the hangar, so if you're imagining the hangar, the one that is mid-construction is to the far left. There's then the one in the middle, and then there's the first hangar that is closest to the airport that has the fuel pump next to it. So going into this mid-construction hangar, you can see more of the sheet metaling that is used to create the roofs, and you've noticed that the other two hangars had kind of a straw thatched roof look to them, but on the inside it's very clearly a steel support and steel roof, and you actually see a bunch of thatching that has been bundled off in the far back corner. As far as tools go, give me a wits and investigation check.
Okie dokie. 1 success.
1 success. All right. You find a collection of tools. You actually find a nail gun in there. Seems to be battery powered, along with some along with a welder, and then your typical hammers, a couple of saws, but you don't see a gas can of any sorts.
I will grab the nail gun.
Okay.
Now, while he's doing that, I'm with the other two hangars. Are the doors open to either one of them, or are they all closed?
They appear to be shut.
I'm gonna go investigate the middle one to see if there's a vehicle or a plane, helicopter, anything.
Okay. As you head over to the middle one, you pull the large doors aside, and there's a as it echoes through the empty hangar. And actually, looking about it, it looks pretty pristine. Why don't you give me as well a wits and investigation check?
Is this my specialty?
I'm gonna say for this it is not.
Cool. Ooh. 3.
3 successes. Okay. Yeah, looking through, not only is this pristine as the door opens, the rumbling was because of the sheer heavy amount of metal that was being moved to the side, but there was no squeaking. And looking down, you don't even see tire treads leading in or out of this hangar. Doesn't look like anything has actually ever been inside of it.
Guys, I don't think this hangar's been used.
Great.
Let's go check that other one just in
Yeah.
case maybe they just used the one and they haven't used this one yet.
I'll go with you. I'm going to be keeping my eye open for logs, computer terminals, radios, anything of that nature.
Okay.
I know it's a hangar and it's a log shop, but there might be some.
Okay. All right. So opening up the first, again, the heavy echoing of the steel being pulled to the side. Once again, echoing through an empty hangar, but this time around, looking about, you notice a gravel trail leading from the outside into the hangar. And aside from that, you also can I get wits and investigation from both of you?
Surely.
2.
2.
1 second, that's a very good roll. 4.
4. Okay. So yes, you can see heavy black tire treads that have gone in, one singular with two very wide off to the sides, but then also another set of four. Based on what you're seeing, it looks as though both an airplane and a car had spent a little bit of time in here. But also, as you were looking about, you do see, for the most part, the hangar is fairly empty. However, propped up to the right side of the inside of the hangar, you do see a small red jerry can.
Oh, thank God. I'll go grab it.
Okay. And pick it up, and it's when I say small, it's about the size of the cans that you see strapped to the back of a Jeep. Lifting it up off the ground, it's it carries a couple of gallons. But,
Awesome. Great. Okay. How high is the sky? Sun in the sky. How high is the sky? How high is the sun
How
in the
high
sky?
is the sky? That's the
Man.
Sky,
question.
man.
How high even is the sky, man? Very serious, scary game.
So what happens when you put three people alone on a deserted island? They go crazy.
Well, I have been drinking.
And you had all the fumes of the diesel just like waft over you. Man, you're doing great right now. The sun is in the later section of the sky. It's not getting twilight yet, but you don't have a large amount of time.
Okay. I think we need to go back to that. I think we need to go back to that bunker. Just because if there's any, I mean, obviously there are wild animals who are doing whatever this kind of sniffing they were doing around that window, and that's the only place I've seen that isn't ripped all to hell, which means that nothing's getting in that bunker. I think it's getting dark, and I think we need to go back.
Plus-
I hate it, but...
Plus, now we have this, and I'll hold up the security card that we found.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe it'll open that other door. I think that's a good idea. Now that we have gas, we don't have to worry about surviving through the night.
Exactly. So, let's fill this. Hold it and pat. Let's fill this up and start hiking back, and we'll just settle in and try and get some rest. I know I didn't sleep the other night, last night, so feeling a little tired.
Yeah, let's get to move on before we really have to. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go fill the can with gasoline and we'll start heading back.
All right. Yeah, the rate that the diesel goes up, it doesn't take very long for it to fill the canister. Bryn, remind me of your strength score.
I will likely pass this can off to somebody else. It's a 1.
It's 1. Okay.
I will likely just set it down and not try to pick it up again.
Okay, so my question to you is likely what you would do after you finished it up. Did you pick it up at all?
No. I mean, I'd probably my shoulder's kind of sore, so it's my own dumb fault. But if you guys don't mind carrying this, I think I'll just look a fool falling down a hill carrying this thing.
That's all right. We can take turns.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So the three of you, with now the diesel canister, the jerry can. That's the word. The jerry can begin heading back from the airport towards the bungalow. You know this to be about an hour's walk with the added weight of the jerry can kind of traded off between the three of you. It adds a little bit more time. With Bryn, the damage that you had dealt to your back on smashing into the wall, you were not quite able to lift, and Gareth, with the needle still in your arm, your right side, anytime you try and lift it, just unable to even get it off the ground. So you're only really able to go with your left side. So with that, I am going to need, this is going to be kind of a longer action. Can I get a stamina check from all of you? Bryn.
Just stamina?
Yeah, just stamina. Bryn
Great.
and Gareth, you're going to have a -1 on this roll.
So I'm rolling a chance die.
Okay.
And then I have a question.
Yeah.
Remind me, because I have iron stamina.
That is right. Let me double check this.
I also, if it makes any difference, have strong back and iron stamina.
Oh, dang. And Bryn, I'm guessing by that look, you got a 10?
I rolled a 10!
Okay, well, hot dang.
Good luck, guys!
That's the quickest action ever.
This is how we're doing, guys. This is how we do it. Okay.
We're gonna survive the night.
All right, so let me
You
just make
bet,
sure
you
that
bet.
I've got all of these. Man, so with the strong back, you +1 lifting or carrying heavy weights. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna say so that's gonna give you a plus to this check. So negate that one negative, and iron stamina. So this is only for if this will come up primarily in combat for you, Bryn. Or sorry, not Bryn. Cass.
Got it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Had to
That's
check.
fantastic. So, Bryn on a success.
2 from me.
2 for Gareth.
0 for me.
0 for Cass. Okay. With an hour going by, you find yourselves, if I were to quantify it, about 3/5 of the way back. And the edges of twilight are actually beginning to linger. None of you have really spent much time in the tropics, and you're realizing, wow, it seems to be pretty quick on the sunset. It's as if you're watching it go. And you get that idea of, gotta pick up that pace. Can I get another check from all of you?
I got 1.
1.
Also 1.
None.
None. Okay. So, as the light begins to fade, and what would normally be a very pleasant, peaceful, maybe even relaxing evening starts to settle in, there's that moment of panic of, did we not leave soon enough? Should we have left earlier? Should we have not taken this jerry can? And right as those thoughts are beginning to settle in, you turn the corner, and you see the bungalow at the end of the street, or at the end of the dirt road. And you have that moment.
All right. If you guys want to bring that can in, I will restart the security system.
Right as Bryn, you say that, You hear the first howl of the creatures that you were familiar with from the evening before, echoing off in the distance. Not sure exactly how long it may take for one of them to come or how far off in the distance it is. You did hear the howl.
Right.
Okay,
Let's
go.
let's be quick about this.
All right, so I'm gonna go in there and flip back on the security. What all is there again?
We really
Air.
just need this
Yeah,
the
we really.
bunker.
There was a bunker, lights, and security, and air.
Yeah.
That all need to be on.
Yeah.
Anything to do with the bunker, basically. I turn it on.
Okay, so you're rushing into the shack and flipping the. So you go in and you see the panel, and there is the master power, and you flip it. There's the bunker lights. Flip the air and the security. You flip them all on. You see the generator, which is still running fairly low, begin to now with the new draw of energy from it. But it is continuing to run.
All right, pour the gasoline in. Pour the gasoline in.
Firstly, I'm going to check and make sure that it actually takes diesel, because I don't want to put the wrong fuel in and screw it up.
Okay, give me a really quick wits investigation on double checking to, or I would allow this to fall in. Oh no, actually, this would be wits and investigation.
No stress. No stress.
And while he's doing that, I'm staying by the door, keeping an eye, seeing if anything's coming.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. You're able to look over the generator and you see, yep, this is indeed a diesel generator.
Okay.
You are good to go.
Just gonna find the input hole and just upend the can.
Yeah, there's the there's the cap on the very top that you quickly unscrew, throw it to the side. It's attached via a string and it just dangles there. Taking the jerry can, opening it up, switching it to the filling nozzle, and you look, begin filling it up. And Bryn, as you're seeing this happen, you can see that the what was once the nerve-wracking low gas line now begin to pop up to the half, 3/4, and by the time you empty it, the canister, it is very comfortably at the 3/4 mark.
Okay.
At which point,
Time to go, kids.
All right, let's move
closer.
Go.
Yeah.
And make sure that the cap is back on.
All right, spin the cap of the generator back on.
Yeah.
We all
take the
sprint
can with
for
us too.
for the
Yeah, we'll
bungalow.
run.
All right, rushing towards the bunker. Bryn, the hairs on the back of your neck begin to tingle as your unseen sense kicks in.
Guys, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Can I get a wits and composure check from everyone?
Yeah.
Cass, your danger sense, though it's primarily used for not being surprised, I will actually say for this, it does apply.
Oh, it does. apply.
I also have danger sense.
Okay. So, Gareth, I'll say that for both of you, this applies.
Okay. I don't get anything for the unseen sense at
You
this
do
juncture?
not, no.
Okay.
I got 3.
3, okay.
1.
1.
One
okay.
second, I was rolling quite a lot of dice there.
No worries.
4 successes.
Okay. Ooh, dang, 4. All right. And one quick section while I... Okay. Wow. So, Gareth, you are, as the 3 of you are rushing towards the bungalow, keeping an eye out, looking at the tree line, looking behind you. Again, the echoing of the howling sounds like it's coming from possibly anywhere and everywhere. There's only the one rushing towards the front door of the bungalow. You are a good halfway there from the garage and the generator shack. And at that point, Gareth, you see at the very edge of the tree line stepping out. And it doesn't step fully from the trees. It almost looks as though it's half there, half not. And seeing this hound-like creature, elongated snout with flashing teeth, matte black fur. It doesn't look like fur. You blink for a second and it's gone. But it's not. It's actually a little bit farther back, maybe closer. It's really hard to make out. But it's still there now. And with its deep red eyes, you just hear a soft...
Run, they're here.
I'm running.
All right, you break into a sprint.
Running.
What is everyone's speeds?
I'm at a 10.
Same.
My speed is at a 9.
Your speed is at a 9. Okay. Okay. Cass and Bryn, neither of you seeing this, the three of you begin to rush towards the bungalow. The second that you break out into a sprint, Gareth, you see this, and now the all of you see breaking into a full, almost gallop, just this. It looks like a small wolf, a massive dog. It hardly looks like it has. It doesn't look like it has fur. It looks like it might just be matte black flesh, very musculature, or very muscular. But the musculature, what would be fur almost looks like is dripping off of it, and with each gallop towards you, bits of inky blackness just ripping off into the twilight behind it and the darkness that is now the jungle. You are able to get to the door, but as it does so, it is maybe 3 or 4 yards from you, and just at this point, can I have everyone roll initiative?
Now, how do we do this again?
Yes. So initiative in World of Darkness is you take 1d10, you roll it, and you add your initiative modifier to that. As that is happening, one quick second, I realize I need one of my supplement books. Don't go anywhere.
Where would we go? We're on an island.
About to be eaten.
I would really like to go to an actual resort, not just a ruined one.
Same.
Okay, so, Gareth, what was your initiative?
9.
All right. Bryn?
It is an 11.
An 11. And Cass?
10.
10. Okay. And I'm sorry, one more time, Bryn, could you remind me of your speed?
It is a 9.
A 9. Okay. So, I will say that the order at which you guys got to the door was Cass, Gareth, Bryn. You are behind. At that point, Bryn, you are up first. You are at the door, slightly behind your friends. I'll say that you are right at the threshold of the door. Cass and Gareth, you are actually inside the bungalow. So with that, yeah, Bryn, what would you like to do?
I mean, I am not a fighter. I'm going to run for the door as quickly as I possibly can. This thing, the way that it's moving, does it seem corporeal?
It's really hard to tell by the look that you've had at it. Give me a. You could
Just
give
a fast
me
glance.
an intelligence and I would say science, occult.
Oh, sure. I don't have either of those things.
Well, that's helpful.
I know, right? So I still got a success though.
Still got a success. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be solid.
Okay. As I'm running, I would really like to Dead by Daylight it, and just if there's some debris that I'm passing, just kind of shove it, just knock it down behind me.
All right. Now your companions are behind you. So at the rate.
Oh, I
with
thought
you,
they were in front of me.
They were in front of you, but if you are running as fast as you possibly can in terms of initiative, you actually overtake them.
In that case, what I would like to do is knock some debris down behind me and then run.
Okay. Unfortunately, right at the edge of the door, I'd say you're able to get inside and slam the door shut.
That'll do.
Okay.
That'll do. That's great. That would be awesome if I can get just and slam the door behind me and then just book it.
All right.
Towards
You
the
get
bunker.
inside, and as Bryn comes in, Cass and Gareth, you hear just. You hear them slam it shut. It appears to have latched, and continuing to run. Where are you heading?
To the bunker, please.
All right, heading to the bunker. With your speed, you're able to get from the door, close it, past your friends, to the bunker. You're actually able to get right to the keypad area.
All right, I'm going to wait and make sure I'm not blocking the door in any way. I'm waiting by the keypad so I can try to relock the keypad.
All right, excellent.
Wait, is the door open?
Yes, the door.
We left it
The door to the basement is still open. All right. So
I'm not that much of a jerk.
is then Bryn, what is your initiative modifier?
6.
Or sorry, not Oh. Okay, actually. Wow.
It's a 6. I'm very speedy as far as that goes.
It is now
Look at my feet.
the hound's turn.
Oh, good.
As you hear it outside, and it smashes into the side of the door that Bryn you closed, and it is going to attempt to pound into it. And all right. Boom.
I don't like those sounds.
No, that is 4 10 agains. Okay. But still, with 6 successes, you slam the door shut. Less than a moment later, it shatters open as this hound crashes in. As it lands, it looks up at you, Gareth, and I will actually say, what is your defense? 3. Okay, so in the same action of it coming in, we're gonna see if any of because it did so incredibly well, we're gonna see if any of that transferred into you. Oof. Okay, are you wearing any armor?
I have my jacket,
You have your
but
jacket.
I don't know if that counts as armor in any way.
Fortunately, what's your jacket made of?
It's like an old, military style one, so it's probably reasonably tough, but it's also old. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's not quite gonna be the reinforced clothing. So actually, as it crashes through, its main one of its claws actually catches you across your back left side, and you take 3 points of lethal damage as they cut deep into your flesh. Its claws now dripping with your blood as it looks up at you. That is then going to bring us to Cass. You are up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. Is there, from where I am and where Gareth is there a way for me to push him aside and confront the creature.
I'll say you're pretty close to each other. It's somewhat of a narrow hallway, but you're able. Yeah, yes is the answer there.
Okay, However, I'm gonna jump in front of him because I do have armor,
Okay.
my coat, and I still have my knife.
Okay.
And I also, as a reminder, have fast reflexes and kung fu.
Yes, you do.
And also knives are my specialty.
This is gonna go well.
So, yeah, jumping into and confronting this creature. How exactly are you wanting to engage with it?
I am going to stab the fuck out of it if I can.
So, stabbing the fuck out of it. What this is going to be, this is going to be your... Oh, it's been so long since I've run combat in World of Darkness. It's amazing. This is going to be your strength plus your weaponry plus your specialty plus the lethality of the knife, which I believe should be written on your character sheet. I believe it's 2.
I had 1, but...
Oh, 1. Okay.
2 sounds good.
Unfortunately, it would just be the 1. However, with all of those dice, it is quite hard to hit and has a defense of 4. So you're going to subtract 4 dice from that pool.
Subtract 4 from this pool.
Yes.
Okay. I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so you deal 2 points of lethal damage to it as seeing this creature crash through. You rush up to Gareth and bring him behind you and slash in to this hound. And you can see that as it cuts in, it has a moment of. It did something to it. Okay. So that is your attack. You've still got your movement. Are you wanting to stay where you are and face this thing off? What would you like to do?
I'm going to. If Gareth is still behind me, I'm going to slowly back us up, but like still facing the creature. But see if I can get us back towards the.
Okay, so gonna be slowly backing up. While you're slowly backing up, that'll bring us to Gareth. You are up.
I guess my yelp of pain is just going to turn into an angry yelling, and I'm just going to whirl in place, and I'm going to try and stove this thing's head in with the crowbar I have.
Okay. Go ahead, and so once again, that'll be your strength plus your weaponry, plus the damage of the crowbar, which I believe we said was 1 bashing. So that'll add 1 additional die, but then subtracting the 4 dice because of the defense of this hound. And for context, I will say, Cass, you were able to kind of back up to the door. You've got enough distance that if you wanted to get down, you could. Do you want to stay on the same level, or did you want to?
Yeah. I'll stay on the same level to make sure.
Okay.
So with the defense reducing my dice pool by 4, that brings it to 0. So is that then just a chance die?
That is a chance roll. So.
And I need a 10.
You need a 10, and please don't get a 1.
I got a 2.
You got a 2.
So...
All right. So as you swing your crowbar at it, it just moves to the side, and the crowbar goes down into the ground of the bungalow.
And then I'm, seeing that has utterly failed. I'm going to run for the bunker door.
All right, running for the bunker door. You've got more than enough distance to go downstairs. Do you want to stay on this floor with Cass? Do you want to go down?
I will stay, just inside the doorway. Gonna try and, if possible or necessary, use it as a choke point and stop it from getting to the person who's going to try and lock the door.
Okay, so attempting to block the doorway using it as a choke point, you are standing slightly in front of Bryn now, kind of right in the archway. And Cass, were you in the archway or were you on the in the hallway?
I was still in the hallway, like right in front of the door.
Okay. That is then.
Because Bryn is still out in the hallway, right?
No, Bryn is actually at the keypad inside the top of the stairs of the bunker.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in the bunker. I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm waiting.
I didn't know that. Can I move inside the door then?
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. So
Okay.
I'll say being right next to it and seeing all of your companions get in, you're able to just slowly back in, but keeping your eye on this hound. Bryn, all of your companions are inside as the creature is. What would you like to do?
Gareth is still not inside the door.
He is within the door frame. If the door were to close, it would close, and he would be on the inside.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to close the door and try to lock it.
All right. Do you remember the code?
I do. Oh, I mean, I have eidetic memory. So
You do.
yes,
You do have
I
eidetic
do.
memory. Why do I even ask?
I remember the code, but I also wrote it down. It is further back in my notes. It is 08427 pound.
08427 pounds. Seeing your friends in, you bleep 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 bleep, and the door begins to
Faster.
It is fairly slow, but it is now closing, and at that point, the hound, you hear it leap, and it is going to make an attack.
I hate those sounds.
You see one set of claws come almost all the way around, not as if articulated, but as if it was trying to have a pulling, clawing action, and you hear the screech of bone on metal, and you don't see the hound, but you hear the and the door shuts.
The fuck is that?
A little more time, yeah, and you hear.
I'm going to try and still my breathing and my entire body and just try and go very, very quiet.
All right, give me a dexterity and stealth check.
Okay. It's gonna be and pretty sure that's it. And my physicals are still at a -1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
One success.
One success. Okay, so you, shaking, attempt to still your body. You begin to hear. Seems like the pawing and scraping. For any of you who have ever had a dog that wants to dig at something through the wooden floor, you can hear the sounds of the claws scraping at the base of the door. But sound continues.
I forget. Are the steps concrete or wooden?
Concrete.
Guys, I think we might be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gareth, you look
Yeah.
bleed. Let's go downstairs. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, let's take a look at that wound.
I'm just gonna hold out my hand, covered in blood. Just, yeah, that got me pretty good. Hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, but that does. Okay. Either of you good with that?
Good.
Could
Let's
take
take
some
a
of
look
the
at. Yeah.
I got
maybe
nothing.
take some of the bedclothes, try and fashion some kind of bind.
Yeah,
Maybe use a little of that whiskey, try and clean the wound a little.
of
That's
course.
what I was thinking we should keep the whiskey for too.
There, I didn't drink it all. There's plenty.
Okay.
Around this point, you can hear the scraping seems to have stopped. And then from the hall, you hear.
Are there light switches?
There are not, but the lights appear to be on.
'Cause we flipped the lights.
Is there a window? There was a window.
small-
There is the small
Small window?
window at the far opposite side from the stairs.
I'm going to take a quick second and grab some of the bedclothes and stuff the window.
Okay.
So they can't, like, nothing can look in. Because I remember they were kind of sniffing around the bunker last night.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the window is fairly high up. Again, these were pretty tall ceilings.
Is there a bed to stand on or a
You
box
can
or?
drag one of the beds over if you would like.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
As you do, and as you grab, there's the of
Okay,
dragging
I
the.
stopped that.
Okay.
Is there anything smaller and quieter than the bed?
You've got the shelving. You've got the beds. You've got the small trash bin. It doesn't look like it would be sturdy enough to hold your weight. And
The
you've
last
got
time
your
Gareth
friends.
lifted you up.
Yeah, that's right. Gareth lifted me up, and obviously you're not doing that right now. Okay.
Echoing off in the distance.
Yeah. Well.
Casper,
Yeah. Before
you like
I
it?
do anything else, I'm gonna just start a little bit of rudimentary wound care.
Okay. For
Cass,
that,
can you give me a leg up?
as
Yeah.
you are cleaning your wounds, you can go ahead and give me an intelligence and medicine check. I would also let that be a wits and medicine if you would like. Because you actually have the whiskey to help aid, I'm going to count that as a tool at your disposal, so you can add one additional die to that pool as well.
You're welcome.
Not a bad little dice pool. Come on.
I knew that would come in handy.
4 successes.
4 success? Dang. Yeah, you are able to nicely.
Not the first time I've been a little cut up.
You pour the whiskey onto some of the bed sheets that you've ripped, and place it on. Immediately, there's the sting of the pain of the wound being sterilized, and you get start wrapping and tying. While that is happening, Bryn and Cass, what were you doing?
Cass was giving me a leg up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give her a leg up.
Yeah, with the assisted
do
leg
the-
up, you're able to get up and begin stuffing the window. As you get up and peer out, can I get a quick wits and composure from you, Bryn?
Sure thing. Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, as you get up to begin stuffing the window, you actually see out, and you can see another 2 of these hounds coming out from around the road area where you had come from, and very quickly just stuff, and you think you've done a pretty decent job at blocking out the light.
Okay. Okay.
And Gareth, you have done a pretty bang-up job of sealing off your wound, and that is going to help you heal up.
Cool.
I think because we still have that food, right? I think we should all take a minute, eat something. I think we're
Probably.
going to be safe for the moment, so we should take the opportunity to rest.
I want to try that door.
Well,
But should we wait until morning in case it just, leads outside?
I mean, if
it might just open up to the outside, yeah.
Right.
So,
or
say we wait
something
till the
else
morning.
could be in there.
Yeah. maybe that's a morning trick. Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think I mean, I don't Gareth, how are you feeling? I don't think we should be running around. I think,
Sleep.
take the opportunity to rest.
I
Whatever
mean,
you
it
think we should do.
probably looks worse than it is, but it also looks pretty bad. So I could probably use a breather.
All right.
I think we should just do shifts, sleep in
Okay.
shifts, just in case something happens.
Just
I
in
can
case,
take the first. Yeah, I can take the first watch.
Does anybody know what giant wolves are doing in the middle of a island?
I don't think that's a wolf.
I don't
Not
know.
like any wolf I've ever seen.
I don't either.
I mean, it looks like they were doing some sort of experimenting or something out here.
Maybe they're genetically modified military super wolves at a resort. Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it's not even really like a real resort. Maybe the resort is a front for what they were actually doing.
I mean, that wouldn't shock me particularly.
Don't know if we're going to be able
Resorts
to make sense of things by just wondering about the possibilities.
Right.
No, but
No.
I like things to make sense. I like to know how things work. Let's try and get some.
Yeah.
Who wants shift one?
Yeah, I'll take the first shift, and
I'll take the second one then. Let's get you a full night, Gareth. All right.
yeah. Then we can try that door in the morning.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, while sleeping in shifts, Cass, you do hear a little bit of rustling coming from the upstairs room. There's a soft shattering of glass at one point, and you hear some heavy sniffing coming from upstairs by the door. But doesn't seem to be any more attacks against the door or anything. Second shift, Bryn, you hear nothing. And as the sun slowly begins to rise, well, you think, with the window being blacked out, it's more from the sound of the birds chirping outside that you believe that the next day has come, and it's a good few minutes before, or it's been a few minutes since you have heard a howl from a hound. Gareth, with a full night's rest, and also very much because of the medicine, the solid medicine check, normally you need some better equipment than what you had on hand. But I will say you recover 2 of the 3 points of the slashing damage that you took.
That's great.
With the quick thinking and the application of the whiskey, what normally would have taken 4 days was actually cleaned up really quickly, and the worst of it, what could have happened, seems to have been staved off. The next morning has come. As Gareth, you find yourself waking up, Cass as well, Bryn with a half night's of sleep. I will say, with that first evening, the first half of the night, your back, though still uncomfortable, it has been fixed. You're no longer at a negative on your physical labors.
All right.
You seem to be
feeling a little sore.
Oh, Bryn, I believe you're muted.
Ah, very good. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, if I hear anything overnight, I didn't.
No, it was pretty quiet on my shift.
Yeah, me too.
Gareth, how you feeling?
I don't think it got anything vital. I'll be pretty sore for a few days, but I think I'll be alright.
All right. All right. Well,
Let's
be gentle.
Bryn, let's check that window just to make sure it's day and we don't see anything out there before we make our next move.
Smart call. All right. And alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
Lift her up. Them
All
up.
right. Taking the clothing out, take a look, and they don't see anything. And it is indeed day.
Another beautiful day in Isla Palma. Someone call the concierge. They do room service in military bunkers. Okay.
Well, we have
Yes,
two options. Oh, sorry, what?
No, go on.
And so we have two options. We can try this new door with the security card, or we can leave and we can go go back towards the airport in the town.
You know, I want to try this security door mostly because at the very least then we'll know if this card works on it or not. And if it does work on it, then we'll know this is probably a fairly generic security card for the whole place.
Yeah.
At the very least then we'll know a little bit more about the card itself. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, and the great thing is we know where we can get more fuel for the generator, so we know we have a safe space to come at night that they can't get into.
Yeah. It seems they really only come out at night. I wonder if we can figure out where they are during the day or something. Gotta go somewhere, right? Theoretically. Door first. Step one. Door. Step one, door. Mind if I see that key, Gareth?
Hand it over.
And I will go attempt the busted lock.
All right. And as you
Hey.
head...
Only sort of busted.
Only mild levels of busted. Yes, thank you.
As you head over to the only kind of sort of busted lock, you take the key card, put it over, and there is the beep of it reading the card, followed by a very quick
Oh, God. Okay.
Well,
Well,
good
this-
news. We know it works.
Yep. Positives, positive things only. It works. Negative things, not the right key. But this opens something else, so let's keep it around.
Yeah.
Okay. Where should we go?
I think we should check out that village, that town.
The
It
resort
might have
area?
some more answers.
I mean, I would really like literally any answers at this point. I mean,
Or
like I
question.
said, like to know how things work.
I forgot. Gareth, do you still have that pipe? That tube?
Oh,
Right.
from the bar, yeah.
Try and fix the car.
Do you think we can fix the car?
That would be great.
I mean, maybe.
We should
Worth
do
try.
that.
Because if we could do that, we could get around a lot faster and be able to haul more diesel.
That would be really great because then we would not need to run around anymore. We could basically get the lay of this whole place, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
All
it's
right.
worth a shot.
I mean, I'll give it a go.
All right.
Okay. So, Bryn, if you open that door, I'll just check and make sure nothing's hanging out in the bunker.
Yeah,
or
you
in
never
the
know.
bungalow.
One of them might decide to be day mystery mutant wolves, and I'll go open the door.
Well, we did hurt one.
We sure did. Seems like they can be. And I'll tell you guys the code, just for the sake of, in case
We need it.
you need it.
Yeah.
It is 08427 pound.
Got it.
Yeah. 08427 pound. Just in case. And we'll head on out. Check it out. Beep, beep, beep.
All right.
I'm just gonna make various sound effects now. The show is not me make sound effects.
As Bryn puts in the code for the door, once again it opens up. Cass, you say you were the first to head out?
Yeah.
All right.
Just to do a sweep, see if there's anything hanging out.
All right. Peeking your head out, you look to the far left. You don't see anything heading in the bedroom area. Look to the right. Don't seem to see any of the hounds wandering about. You seem to be alone.
Do I, when I look to the right, do I see any blood or anything from injuring that creature?
Give me a wits and investigation with your specialty.
Two.
Okay. Checking the area where the creature was when you cut it with the knife. There are no signs of any blood. No signs of any part of it that could have been there. You do find some marks of dried blood on the outside of the bunker door. However, you can see large scrapes that from the claws that are etched into the outside of this door. Though it didn't get anywhere near far enough through to actually cause any structural damage, there is a very clear mark from that creature that had been there. And would you actually give me a wits and intelligence roll for me? One. Looking at these, they are much thicker than all of the claw marks or slashing marks that you had previously noticed on the inside of the bungalow.
And you mentioned that there was blood on the door. Was that blood from Gareth? From when he got slashed, and that when he was scratching at the door, it transferred to that, or is it clear that it's blood from the creature, or is it unclear?
With your background, you can tell that this was an arterial transfer. Not arterial. Transfer of blood from the claw, what was on the claws, to the door.
Well, I know we got him, but doesn't look like he's bleeding or anything. But man, he did a number on this door. Did you notice how big these claw marks are? They look a whole lot bigger than the ones we've seen before.
Yeah, dude, how do they look in comparison to like that pillow that I found that had like the weird hand claw marks? Do they look about the same size, bigger, smaller?
At least twice, maybe 3 times larger than the cuts that you've seen on the pillows and on the walls on the inside of the bungalow.
Well,
if the claw marks on the door were a thick thick claw, the rest were almost like a precision knife.
Huh. That's so odd. That means like maybe they have puppies.
So I mean, in my mind, this means it could be one of a few things.
Mm-hmm.
A, there are different sizes of these things, and the one we came across yesterday is either the leader of the pack or the biggest wolf thing out there, or one of the bigger ones. Or two, they're getting bigger. I hope it's one.
Scott,
Mhm.
storyteller. When the dogs, wolves, were crawling at the door the first night,
Mm-hmm.
did my unseen sense trigger at all?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just hope there's nothing else out there. Something
Well,
we're missing, you know?
Either way, it looks like they're gone. So,
Yeah.
we can
At least
get to
these
work on
things
that
are.
car.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go down
I'm
and get
just gonna-
Gareth.
I'm just gonna head straight over to the shack and see if I can function this soda hose into a fuel line.
All right. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to do some work on this and get some work going, but I'll say for that is your choice of intelligence or wits and crafts.
Okay. Two successes.
2 successes. All right. So it takes you a good 25 to 30 minutes to really get into the meat of it, but about 10 minutes in, you realize, yeah, I can make this work. So you get in there, you see the corroded fuel line, and pull it out. You're actually you are able to fashion this one in such a way that the tubing on the inside of the fountain, you give it a solid clean beforehand, and actually take some of the leftover dregs of the diesel from the jerry can and run it through to make sure that it's been cleaned with non-water or anything like that. And yeah, after 30 minutes of work, it's it's a jerry-rigged job, but it looks as though now the tubing that you replaced now looks reinforced with the metal around it. You are able to fix that. There are still components to this truck that are needing repair that you don't have the proper parts of, but you are one step closer to having a fixed truck.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I want to go and look at the generator and see how much gas we used.
Okay. Over the course of the night, with it having been in about the 3/4 full, it's still it's barely off of the 3/4 mark. For running through the night, it's doing pretty good. Actually seems incredibly efficient.
Well, that's good.
I know we've cleaned this place out pretty thoroughly, but I know I'm looking around particularly for, because this garage is unharmed, right?
Yes.
Like, it hasn't been torn up or anything. I'm going to look around for either anything that would have been recording, or like a security system or camera system or anything like that might have recorded this area, or anything that would have kept something out. Why is this area so secure that those creatures aren't coming into it?
Okay.
And it's weird, but I'm looking for
that's
answers.
Fine. Give me a wits investigation.
Ah, man, that's only one success.
It's okay. One is unless we're trying to get an exceptional success or it's a contested roll. One is all you need. Yeah. So, looking around, you find nothing that seems to be of any sort of over importance to this garage. It looks like a normal garage. There's no security doors. There's no special cameras. There's no wiring. There's no sage resting over the door. Not even anything there.
Okay.
There's nothing out of the ordinary to this garage except for the fact of how ordinary it is.
I'm so confused about this place. Why is this garage totally fucking pristine in the middle of a hangar that's been torn all to hell and art installation made out of body parts in the main airport? Why does this bungalow have weird claw marks and stuff but no bodies in that? I have way more questions than I would care to have in the middle of a giant kidnapping situation.
I'll say it's not ideal, but we just have to keep calm and try and figure this out logically, and
I just
find what we can.
it's gonna bother me. I got a real desperate sense to know why. Anyway.
I'd like to try and just keep a mental checklist of what else needs fixing up or replacing in the truck.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'll get an exact parts list to you off camera. But realistically, you're looking at 3 more components that need replacing.
And I'm assuming these are components that we have not found in our bunker area.
No, at least to the best of your knowledge.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye open for other cars, and in the meantime,
Well, we have enough diesel to have the generator lasting for a few more days at least, so we don't need to go back to the airport.
no.
Thank goodness. Unless we want to.
I mean, I would love to not go back there until we need to refill this car. That place was, gross.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I really would like to explore the rest of the resort, see if we can find anything else. Like we were saying, maybe a boat down there. There's got to be something.
Yeah. Gareth,
Maybe,
what do you...
Think. Yeah, I mean, maybe check out the taller building that we saw, or the little kind of collection of other bungalows.
Yeah, and there's a part of me that wonders, because there's that big clearing where something crashed through, right? Crashed through part of the tower, and then crashed into the jungle, right?
That's what it looks like.
I wonder if maybe if it was a plane, none of those bits would transfer to a car. I don't know what I'm thinking. I guess I'm just desperate to know what it is, but not desperate enough to go looking at it when we might find a way off of this rock.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should go to where the other town area was, because maybe we can find some more weapons, some equipment, some way to get off.
Yeah.
Cell phone, something.
Something. Yeah. No, I'm inclined to agree. My curiosity can wait. Let's go.
Okay. So, to confirm, which path are you taking? The path to the collection of bungalows, or are you taking the path towards the resort building?
Oh.
Let's do the resort building first.
Which one is closer?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, taking a look over the the map that you have. Actually, yes. Looking down at the map, it appears as though the bungalows are closer to you, both where you currently are in your own little bungalow. It almost looks as though this is actually part of the complex, or a part of the collection of bungalows, but it is somehow separate from the rest of them. But yeah, so both as the crow flies and also by means of road, the bungalows are closer.
Okay.
I say we head there.
Yeah.
There then. Yeah, we can swing past stuff to other stuff on our way through if we want to. But yeah, start with what's closest.
Okay. So, leaving the leaving your bungalow with the bunker, bunkero, if you will, you head back
Get outta
towards the tower, towards the airport. And now that you know where that you had seen from the tower, and also now on your map, knowing that there is a separate road that almost blended in from your point of view, leading off to this other section, it's much easier to find. It takes you about 30-ish minutes to get to the. It takes you a good hour to get to where the main paths diverge, and you can look to your right and see that is the way to the bungalows. Deciding to take that path and head to the more western side of the island, you venture forth and walk once again through a rather pristine collection of trees and animals. You hearing the birds all throughout the day. Takes you a little bit. It's a good 45-minute walk, actually. It's closer from the fork in the road to get here from rather than going to your bungalow. But eventually you see it. A diverging path to the right and to the left, and farther down another to the right and another to the right, and many more going down. You can see 8 or 9 diverging pathways leading from this road, almost splitting off as in routes from a main route path. However, at the very first of these divergence, you see what appears to be an overturned golf cart in the middle of the road.
Hey!
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and end today's episode of Damned Paradise.
Come on.
Things were happening.
Come on. And we're have a week off too. God.
Yeah.
Golf cart. You just gave us a way to get around the island. It's all right. It just means it'll be more exciting.
Did he though? Is it broken?
Probably. But we don't get anything nice here.
All the nice toys get taken away.
Pretty much. Or we get beaten all to hell, or I don't know. We don't there's nothing nice in this stupid resort.
Nope.
What, you guys aren't having a relaxing time?
I know, right?
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you've been enjoying this. As it was mentioned, we are taking a week off after this. Damned Paradise will not be returning next week because of the holidays. We will be back the week after. The rest of our streaming schedule will remain unhindered, at least for Thanksgiving. If you would like to join us, actually, in the post-show hangout, we're going to head on over there, and we're going to see, we're going to divvy up some experience to the players, and you can actually be a part of this and throw your votes in to decide who should or shouldn't get experience. We'll talk about what happened. We'll talk, just a post-show hangout over on our Discord page. We'd love to have you there. If you're new in the audience and you've enjoyed this show, consider giving us a follow. It means the world to us. We're currently working on a follower goal, trying to get, we're 30 followers away from our next follower giveaway. So you can do that. It would be fantastic. If you're really enjoying the content, consider subscribing. Otherwise, thank you so much to everyone in our audience. Before we go, actually, announcement. You've all been asking for it, so we're finally going to do it. Many of us from the Adventurers Pack, we're going to be playing Among Us tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. A few of us
Pacific.
from
1 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, 1 p.m. Pacific. A few of us from the pack are getting together. We've got another streaming friend of ours who will be joining us. So come on by the channel tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're going to be doing that. Our show after that is on Friday. It's the Gauntlet. It's our big D&D combat show. Painting and plays happening. The pack plays happening then on Sunday. I'm going to be playing a cute robot game, and then painting in place on Monday. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you at the next episode of Damned Paradise. Happy Thanksgiving, if you don't get to say so beforehand.
Yes!
Bye, everyone.